Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you, LJ. A little bit of a testing session. There it goes. I think I found some really good settings to test, like wet track drying out into much less. It's pretty cool. We're going to see if that works and see if it's fun. The conditions you see here are the ones I'm going to be testing in a minute. Thanks for joining. I'm going to try a session that starts with some pretty hectic weather. Very quickly starts to dry up. I've got like a 2 times time multiplier on, so it kind of exaggerates those conditions a little bit. There's something I noticed earlier, which I think could be really good to see, is even with like 10 odd cars on track, you could really see a line on the track like developing over time, which is kind of the big selling point of this. The fact that it naturally evolves, so I get stuck in. Even when I get my mouse back. Yeah. I think I found some settings to give this a go. I might add a race session for the fun of it. I'm going to start at Spa, start with something we know, because then I'm more likely to figure out what's figure out like the impact of the weather. We've got practice at 8 p.m. and then a race can go at 9 p.m. I guess. Wait. Ah, no, this 9 p.m. Hey, we'll try that. And there's like a new weather timeline, look, so got it as like mostly rain, which evolves to clear, but then the race, you can see something that's really worth noting. I'll probably show later. You need to pay attention to where the practice and the race fall in this timeline, because for some reason there's like a 2-hour window before the practice even starts. So yeah, practice and race will be in these, a bit of rain to sun, and then by the race it will probably be like wet road, but probably not raining. Pretty cool. Rolling start, fine. Short parade lap is fine. Sports car. I'm gonna put a fairly high amount of back rubber down, which means there'll be more difference between being on and offline. Wet. Carryover is fine. And everyone's going to be in a Ferrari for simplicity. Push it to 20 on the grid. 70 to 95% skill. We'll see how that goes. Grid position. Probably like right in the middle. All right. That should be good for testing. Like I said, we've got like a double time multiplier going on. Swear I turned that camera on. Sorry, guys. Where I turned. Stuffed it. I do like the color bands in this UI. I feel like some very low percentages in that AI. I don't know whether that's skill level. I feel like 11% is a bit low. Right, let's see how this loads up. And let's see if my PC will chill out with it all. How I'm streaming. It's pretty interesting conditions already. Enough rain to leave water on the track, but the sun's already out. Now that rain and cloud should back off over this session. Like, this is the first time you've ever been able to do this in iRacing. I'm sure most viewers have seen already from the streams, but now the main thing. Wait, warm up? Oh, it's just called warm up. Okay. I don't know why it's not just called practice, but check the tires for wets. Not gonna. Yeah, I think this is based off a fixed setup, as far as I'm aware. Not gonna touch it. So apart from a few laps to test conditions, kind of like my first run the rain. Curious to know if the stream shows it looking okay. Or are they going to be super slow, but first thing you will undoubtedly notice is how hard it is to see. I'm a little confused by these AIs here. They look like they're I might need to reset their ability. Looks like a few of them loaded in with 0 skill, and that could be a problem. Let's see how many of them it affects. If there's just a couple of slow AIs, we'll, you know, live with it. I've got to say, I don't know how this comes across on the stream, but ooh, there's a puddle. Visually, I quite like how it's looking. Nah, something's wrong here. Something is wrong here. This didn't. Isn't it crazy? I did a session earlier, it was fine. Look at this. What are they doing? They all gone out on dry tires. I'm hoping the update hasn't affected this. I'm hoping I just need to maybe... Oh, that's bright. Give it a reset. This AI is sleeping at the wheel. What are you doing? Just curious if they're all going to go into the pits. I don't want to race AI. Doing that. Right, no grip. I'm gonna have to learn where the not racing line is for the road. Well, that's just a massive puddle there. Yeah, they're all pitting in. Okay. I'll cut them slack and assume they all went out on slicks. We should get like 10 minutes or so of actual downpour and then it will start to calm down. From what I remember, there's zero grip up the hill on the inside. Yep, and by the curb. Everybody pitting in, of course. I hope they don't start the race on slicks. Okay, so no grip there because it was the racing line. Oh, yeah, no. Check that this AI is going to play ball. They've... And you brake really late there. Even in the dry, that's not a good braking point. Conditions look really good though. Is anyone on wets? What are they doing? Tell me someone is going to put on wet tires. This is kind of fascinating. Find out in a minute. Already the rain has stopped. We've got like rivers across the track. I don't know if it's to go very wide there or not. As far as I know, you brake offline. Yeah, there's much less grip on the inside, the apex. Notice even in unpredictable wet stuff that I haven't practiced yet, I have a bit of a better sensation of what the car's doing here than I do trying GTEs in the Mon Ultimate, which I don't know why I can't get my head around that, but oh my goodness. Can't see. Okay, no grip on the inside, some grip on the outside. You can't look away for a second in this weather. If you drive straight onto a bad patch, there's like there's no like, ooh, I better slow down moment. It's like, no, you're gone. Let me know if you can hear enough of the car, by the way. I've noticed iRacing's a little quieter. I can boost it. Right, where do I want to be there? Middle? Oh, no. Definitely not on the outside. You can already see a bit of a distinction from both sides of the track. Something I've noticed. Oh my god, that's the only bit where there's grip. Are they still pitting in? Is this AI completely toast? Like, let's see if they set some lap times. I enter a race and they're all on slicks. So maybe you just hang the outside there, but you don't want to rush it right onto the curb. I mean, there's already the racing line is starting to appear, but that doesn't mean it's the best place to be right now. Assuming the AI gets up to speed, if they don't, then I'm going to have to reset this. Fix it. You should start to see like a tire groove of where that line is developing, the wet line. Like you can already see on the outside there's a little bit there. Can't see anything there because right. Yeah, I think hanging onto the outside there is going to work. Another lap or two and see what the pace is between me and them. This is like no man's land at the moment. How you going, Buttermodus? Evening. Trying to suss out whether this is doable. You can have some fun with it. Don't know if I can get anywhere near that inside. It seems... Okay. Kind of weird not knowing what the tires are like temperature-wise. Like a bit of a guessing game. It's spelled moist, right? Environment. I mean, if the U is an N, I think you had it, you know? Pretty good. I like the I like the amount of slip and slide that can happen without it being an instant switcheroo and die, you know? Like, I'll try it somewhere where I'm got a bit more space to do it. You can actually slide. Yeah. Alright. I knew what you meant. Yeah, the AI is getting up to speed. Good. There you go, there's a slide kicking out. The general pattern at the moment is you choose the wrong part of the track, your steering is the first thing to like disappear. It feels like you're gonna go in a straight line. Then you're also kind of preparing yourself for a bit of a step out at the back. I got a lot of grip there just by avoiding the entry. Is Algarve a paid track, am I right? Yeah, I think that would be popular. So you can stay outside there and get no grip, and then wait for the corner to arrive. I'm actually struggling to see any brake marker there. Oh wait, suddenly we're fastest. Now that could be a sign that the track is just getting quicker lap by lap. That doesn't mean I'm necessarily leagues ahead. Yeah, I'm literally marginally ahead of the AI right now, and they'll get quicker. But what I want to pay attention to is like how the cars develop the track. I noticed just there you can start to see like the imprint driving line appearing. Mazzano too, yeah, they're going to be great. They're going to be great. I haven't watched too much race content from the rain yet, I guess. Kind of nice to go figure it out. Looks like people are having fun with it though. And are like genuinely impressed with it on the whole. I think for me, if it means that the weekly and daily races there's always a chance of rain, I like that would make a lot of variation for each race. Can't just copy paste the same approach. Curious how much they deploy that. Wow. I also like the idea that you can never quite know how much grip is out there, and that there can be a very fine margin between going a bit quicker and ending your session. Now I don't know at what point the tyres start to... Oh, caught the curb! Just getting in the flow then. And it illustrates my point there. I don't know at what point the tyres need you to start getting back on the wet surface. And that's where maybe having like a tyre info would be good. But all I did there was get one tyre on paint. Game over. Even if I'd lifted, there would have been a limit. Oh, that's the end of that car. That's really good. I mean, I think online racing is going to be a bit of a tough space at first. Is in like a casual sense, this is great fun. Whether you'd enjoy the fact that somebody skidded off in the rain and just wiped you out every other race, once it costs you, you know, iRacing, that would be interesting to see. Curious. There's one thing I like so far. It's like your, you know, I've got sped up time development here, so it should happen quite quickly. But you can't really go autopilot for too long. We're kind of like waiting to see what's developed on track since you were last there. I don't know if that's rain or I'm just getting the spray from the car. What are we? We're about 3 seconds off that car. Let's see how much gets thrown onto ours. Quite fun to get it sliding a bit. I reckon you can get some good drift stuff going. It's really, careful, really nice taking that corner totally differently, but keep feeling faster by doing it. I don't know if there's any online combos this week that I can do that are like content that I own. Always a bit of a shame. So they're avoiding that puddle. Where are they going then? I guess just staying off the curb. But can you see now, like there's two tracks starting to like carve out. So as far as I can tell, there's quite a lot of adaptation to like what the traffic's doing. And this is just for 20 cars. You see down the middle now, there's like a definite line through there. There's now 2 tire marks again pushing through the puddle. Like, this is really impressive. As much as I don't want to be in the spray, I might want to follow the line where there's like the least amount of standing water. I'm also curious like how much gets burned off. Like, I've no idea at what stage you need to go in and switch your tires and stuff. Now they stay wide here. Ay, ay, ay. Started sliding and my wiper gave up. And I'm not looking to get anywhere near that inside curb. Oh. Ooh, super wide there. I can see why. I feel like if you program this right with these kind of settings, you can start to learn from the AI as well. Like how the track is going to change. How to like adapt your driving to do it. There's a very clear route there. What about here? Outside? Okay. It's so treacherous because you want to lean on the outer edge of the corner, but you don't want to hit the outside curve. Where does that put me? 34th. A bit too close to that curb. Basically there have to cross a line of 0 grip just for a short time. And then you're just trying to place the car somewhere to survive it. I seem to have got the AI about right now. Oh, I thought that was the end. It doesn't look like the spray at the back of the cars evolves too much with the conditions yet. I wonder if that's planned. Because you'd think the kick up would gradually get less and less. Unless maybe it's still not dry enough. A very, very cool detail if they can. I'm still too keen to go on the inside. Is it a puddle? That's cleared up a lot now. Okay, so we're back to the top with that. You would imagine everyone else is going to follow suit here. The spray kicks up quite a long way back from the other cars. Like, I'm already getting, even from like several seconds back, used to be like 4 seconds. And I don't know, it's like, how long are the tires good in this situation? What point do they start to like want to give up? These should be the kind of race conditions as well if I try that. It's really good training for balancing your acceleration. You get really good feedback. On what the car's doing. I had to lift it. Outbrake myself. Luckily the outside is kind of forgiving. Okay, now I've suddenly taken off from the AI. That's no way they're putting slicks up yet, is there? There's a lot more recovery in the track now. There's no way I could have done that at the start of the session. But like, your confidence level's got to adapt every lap. A lot of tire marks there now. It's looking really good. I hope it comes across on the stream. But like, graphically, I'm really happy with where this is at now. Too confident, too confident. Oh, okay. Right. Feeling maybe a race. All you've got really is tire temp. Only reading you've got, and they seem, I'm judging it right, they're going to be really hot after that, but yeah. Okay at the moment. I wonder at what stage they start to need to like go drive on the wet patches and stuff to keep them alive. Tried to resist turning in that time. Escape. So this lap, I'm just going to try going into the like bits of the track I should probably be avoiding, just to see how much there is to do. Probably a lot more forgiving than it was. Oh, there's a whole like weather radar down. Well, not the radar, I don't know how to see that yet, but a whole like weather prediction thing going on. Let's try and take the racing line. I get kicked off that, obviously. Touch that curb and nearly over. But yeah, still very, very unforgiving. Isn't it? Christ. Let's try and use more of this. Understeer. It's not lethal now, but it really like stops you steering. And then as soon as your car grips up again, you're probably going to have the opposite effect where you're oversteering. Try the inside and outside here. Nothing there. Push me out onto the curb. Yeah, there's very little to gain from trying to like turn too quickly to the baseline. You can get away with it in places, which is probably good learning if you end up too wide with someone. You kind of need to know where you can't take a risk, because you don't want to hit this. I can't even get near it. And then slide out and wipe someone out, right? I don't want to be running that curb. What about here? Yeah, it's just makes everything more difficult trying to right here. Oh, that's terrifying. Pushes you right back out. And that is going to send me off, I assume. Here you go. Better slow down, huh? Penalty. I mean, that pretty much exactly what I expected. So instead of staying on that nice outside bit, I didn't even get close to the curb. Look how far it chucks you out. And then once you're onto there, good luck. Pretty much need no input. Nice. How are we all doing today? Everyone all right? Right. We're going to see what happens in race mode. One thing that looks really cool that I just want to try is that custom camera I was using. Depending on how the lighting changes. And it probably gives an idea of how, I mean, this is double speed weather now with fast forward, but hey, Mr. Flynn. No kidding. I was wondering whether I should do the next one at Spa in when I do the cinematics. Oh, nice. Thanks for the comment, mate. I'll check it out. I'm thinking the Porsche hypercar and the Porsche GTE at Spa. Maybe do like a 2-car cinematic. Oh, thank you. I can see you posted that. Appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I'm breaking off to do some wet weather business right now. Thanks for propping up YouTube as well. Appreciate you hanging out on there. Just watching back, this is like half an hour of session, hour worth of weather because I've got it on double speed. So can you see what I was describing before? Like, you can see my cursor, I think. There's like two little trails here where as every car seems to like push through, it genuinely like yeah, you can even see the tire lines. I can't wait to see how that is for like multiplayer as well. Oh, I'm really glad. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just looking back to see like how much happens over time, because if you do like an hour race or something, kind of crazy how much that's changed just over a few laps. All right, I'm going to throw myself into an AI race next. Now that I've had half an hour of track time. Yeah, look at the road now. Obviously, there's some of the areas are drying out because it's like a warm and sunny day. I am really impressed with this. It has more impact on the track than I thought it even would. You, you can genuinely see a clear. So let me show you. I went back to a lap. So instead of lap 7, we go to lap 2. Obviously, it needs a bit of time. But look how little. Look how little of it is there now. Lap 3. So just like over 4 to 5 laps, which should be 10 laps in normal, like, real time. I think that. And then by like 8, you're starting to see like tire tracks, and which I assume is like tires are starting to lay more rubber down again. I think it's really cool what they're doing. I think because I've got sped up time on it, it's a little bit blocky, but right. What happens when we go race? I think I've put myself mid-grid. Keep it interesting. It's all good learning to lap on your own. Now let's see. Yeah, there's some quite a lot of standing water here, look. We'll see what happens. So I want to know, does the line develop differently? Look at that. It looks like it's kind of re-rendering. That's interesting. I don't know what's going on there. It's great that is finally like applied. So you have to learn it like a real life discipline, right? Because it's to do with rubber builds up on the racing line, right? So if a track was dry and it went to wet, there would be like rubber already down on the racing line. Which then when you change to a wet surface means there's no grip out there. As far as I understand. Tell me if I'm like butchering that. Alright. I also have this little nagging idea in the back of my mind to try a Formula style race here in the worst weather and see if we can recreate the famous like Formula 1 bar moment where they all got through one corner and binned it. I don't know if that was 90s or 2000s, but we start. Oh, I've got it on the endurance. So if I was testing that, I would need the Grand Prix layout. So we start there. Yes, exactly. Alright, let's see. This is like part rainy, part sunny conditions. Oh, they're all hitting that curb. Are they mad? Okay, maybe it's not as... I don't know. Curious how this plays out. A lot of spray still. Okay, yeah, still puddles. There's more track than there was in the practice, though. I love these conditions, though. I think they look amazing. You can tempt yourself into turning in tighter to gain time, but it's very likely the grip will just push you back out. Their pace is quite balanced, actually. It's just shy of 15 minutes race. Gone too fast there. Laid off the power. Wait, they're not all on slicks again, are they? No. I saw the pitting in and I was like, there's no way they were on slicks at this speed. Wondering what combos are worth a try. Very difficult to gain time on these guys anywhere. There's only really one practical line. I'm just dropping back now. I think I'm noticing is the AI is not really either willing or able to battle. Obviously with there being no grip anywhere, but there isn't that like dynamic of like cars cutting each other up and slowing each other down. Unless there's like an aggressive dial I need to find. Oh, there we go. Here's why people are pitting in there. Like, are they seriously like flicks? Probably not. I can gain there because they're hugging too much of that wet, like, lack of grip. Oh, there's a chance they have slightly faster setups. I forget that there's no guarantee that. Oh, my bad. Break. He needs to pick me around to say thank you. I forget that they could be on a slightly smarter setup than a fixed one as well. Might explain why in certain corners I can just attack them, and in others. Yeah, higher speeds I'm struggling. I think the car's toast. I wonder if I've still got my wing. Have a look. Oh, I have still got it. This wing comes off. Wow. I just got a slide there. Oh. I mean, obviously, you know, for a split second, there's a cool drift shot there, but it didn't last very long. Nap. What happened? I don't actually know if I got touched by the other car or whether I just hit the puddle. So I get pushed out by that puddle. He's still turning in anyway. Oh no, there was that. There was that AI was like, "You're done." I think tires were the problem. Restart the current set. Do a couple of trials. Overcorrection plus I think the slide started because my rear tires were still frying out from that spin. I wonder, like, try the challenge setup. Have a look at it. Plenty of wing on it. I don't know. I don't know the setups very well at all here. Good to see you, Greg. Over on Twitch, how you doing? You got your teeth sunk into this at all yet? How's your evening? You're right. I did a wet to dry practice run for half an hour. Now I'm just seeing how a part wet but drying track feels in a race. Yeah, I remember you saying. I can't remember the next race I did after that event. We had such a good result there as well. I've just loaded in some AIs. We're all in the same Ferrari. I get a feel for this. Avoid that curb. Bit greedy there. Retired a winner, yeah. Exactly. Oh, look at that little oversteer overtake. But then AI said, no, no, no. I will spin you, mate. I saw what your mate did to me last race. I like that they fought back, though. Really? Well, obviously you do need to return it quickly, but the only thing I found that saved me was putting a frame limiter on via my PC settings at my NVIDIA. I also noticed if you load in with a lot of AI, that cooks it way more than any online, but still, yeah. I don't know, maybe you were just getting absolutely nothing out of it. At least you know, though, huh? My PC's a halfway house now. It can do stuff like this, but I'm at like 50 to 65 frames. By the looks of it. Well, I'm at my like capacity now. I don't want to put my foot down there to spin. Right. Do some bullying. Going on, Iceman? I think there's a Le Mans weekly event today. I should probably check that in case it's one I was interested in. Oh god. Oh! Snap save. Maybe you guys couldn't see the wheel then, really, but that was a full 90-degree. Hold it together. I swear they're quicker in a straight line. There we go. It's just AI, by the way, so I'm sort of sending it. It's actually really good trial and error time. Because I know half of these moves won't stick. At least I'm not pushing someone's race into the bin. Ah, okie dokie, yeah. So it's not an optimal setup for you right now. Yeah, good stuff, dude. That's really good to hear. To be fair, you've probably had to work a lot harder with the error that you had. Had no problem. It was really good that that started to pay off. That's nice. I couldn't get one good race yesterday. I was fed up by the end of yesterday. I got spun in all 3 races by someone who didn't want to wait. And then, yeah. Only so much you can do to get your race back after that. So, it's actually quite nice to have an hour of not racing people. Yeah, I was running out of options there. I was like, there's not much more I can do here. I find I can drive GT cars a bit more comfortably in iRacing. I tried this exact track in an Aston in Le Mans Ultimate last night. And in dry conditions, I was spinning more than I am in the rain here. I just don't know what I'm doing in GTE in Le Mans. Something doesn't click for me. I feel like I have more grip here, especially at low speeds, than I do in the dry in a GTE. And I think it's because I'm not confident with how the physics respond in those cars. I don't know. I can't get my head around it. Doesn't feel... And I've seen other people do very well in it, so I'm not going to say that's the game's problem. Something wrong with how I... how I judge the game somehow. My feedback. Yeah, I'll try and describe what happens in a puddle. It's almost like your steering input goes. So you'll turn the wheel, it will feel too light, and the car won't turn compared to what you're thinking. So you don't get like a massive sensation, but you do feel the car like it sort of stops responding to your input as much, which is pretty good. But I can also catch slides. I like that I can... It's not fast. I mean, these AI are gone. They're just pulling away in like an AI train. I'm not getting near them. Right, this is dangerous. Yeah. Like there was no point in trying to steer there because it would have only caused either a spin or nothing to happen. The sound's quite good as well. It's definitely like stereo sound in the puddles. Like I can hear them on my left and right. Love to do a lobby with people like this. It did look insane, the boosting media post, yeah. He's so good at that. I really appreciate that stuff. Alright. And as usual, I break my own car first. That was clumsy. Right. I might mix it up a little bit. It does. So if you get too close to a curb, you can get that negative effect where it actually starts to... It can make you go straight, or it can grab you, especially if you touch a curb, it can grab you and like pull you round. Let's look at what I did wrong. They are very slow through there. Yeah. That guy was just chilling. If I go back to... Can I get back to practice? Nice. I show you this weather. This was the starting weather before I put like the drying line on and stuff. Show you a bit more like... You'll get proper puddle effect here. See that? Like rear wheels in the puddle, no grip. So that was like fast oversteer. Oh, hammering it down. If I drive into this one, oh yeah, you get real feedback. Like you feel. How do I describe this? Let me do a couple, I'll try and describe it. Because there's a difference, there's the rear going light, that's one thing, but... It's fascinating, actually. you can almost feel like a counter push from where understeer that. So I could feel my steering. It's like you feel a resistance that makes it feel like the tires are scrubbing. Then you also get lightness from when you get oversteer. Like, yeah, it feels like I'm pushing against like feedback when that happens. Like I can feel the car trying to like find the grip, and then the curb or the puddle just being like none there, mate. Oh, and it just, yeah, it makes you want to turn more, but obviously that kind of has a negative effect. Oh, I forgot what stage of track we're at there. I will say, the less input, the better if you start to go off. There we go. There's a brief moment where I probably could have kept hold of that, and then I gave it up. I think that broke the car. I've got a bright red light, and gearbox. Look at that. Neutral, third, fourth, fifth. Oh. Oh. I thought it had completely broken. It's like we got it back, but yeah, there's some serious damage here. End it. I want to know if you can drift a bit. I wonder if you can. Right, no rear wing. That explains. Look how it drags the car off. And then the classic over rotation trying to fix it. I wonder how much you can get the car sliding. Feels like there's a bit of wiggle room. But get this AI out of the way. Oh yeah, now I can't see, obviously. Very difficult to start the oversteer without handbrake input, but either way. Need to slow down a bit too much, then get on the power, I guess. Maybe here. It's so difficult. There was a balance there somewhere. Skill issue. Wonder if you turn off TC a bit, you could probably get quite a few slides going. And look, we got a little kick. Trouble is, you use the puddle and you're screwed, because there you go. Look, we had it and then we didn't. I think what would make a good combo to test. This is all right. The AI is a little bit seems to just drive away in a line. I have to make them a bit less capable or get quick. So that was like a custom weather map where I set a timeline from like rain up to practice and then sun through the session. And then the race was right in the middle of those conditions as well. So I sort of like rewound time for the race. I just think official stuff in the rain though is going to be a massive liability. What's going on in the Mazda world? There's no rain there, I believe. Gonna mix up the playlist. Week 13, Mazda Cup at Lebanon. Is Lebanon one of the new circuits? It looks popular enough. That's going to be dry running. Muddy mess. That. Of course. Big mud oval. Ferrari at Algarve. I don't have Algarve at this point. Another $15 dues. Likely to rain. I assume some people have been trying that. Porsche Cup at Fuji sounds like my worst nightmare. Circuit Marco Simoncelli. Oh, that's Misano. Yeah. That'd be cool. So the GT3s are also Algarve. They very cleverly put all of the good series at a track that you have to buy. They'll do well off that. Mazda Spec MX-5 Golden Ticket. Is that old Mazdas or is that the current Mazda? Legacy Mazda, yeah. 24. What is this? Oh, I don't have the content. Damn, I never got that. Damn, that actually sounds kind of funny. They've basically done a 100% chance of bad weather in GT3s at the Nürburgring. That is a death wish. I don't think there's much in the unranked stuff. I go ovals. To be honest, all ranked. Delara Dash? What's that? Oh. Nope. Wet and Wild at Le Mans. What's this? Unranked. Unranked LMP2 Wet Le Mans. That sounds dangerous. I really don't want my car to look like that. Oh, okay. When start time 6:45 p.m. Let's see how long this update takes. I feel like this is going to be terrifying. I wouldn't mind entering a practice though, because LMP is where I've been at in the Le Mans game. We're just waiting for this. What was that comment Mr. Flynn sent? Am I seeing still camera low shot with a field of cars passing at speed? That's cool. For instance, the bottom of the hill at Spa where the cars bottom out and sparks fly. Yes. Yes, I like that. I think a Porsche themed one at Spa. I love ground shots as well. I think ground shots on curbs and runoffs and stuff, they look really good. Nice. Okay. Sorry, that was just update faff. Done. This is unranked. All right. Practice. Getting this one. Yeah, unranked 15 minutes wet weather Le Mans. This is going to be brutal, surely. Is this even drivable? That's a lot of people in here. Oh, wait. I wonder how long this takes to load in. Find out. 33 corners at this track. I'll be impressed if I can get 5 of them done. Funny how all of their LMP graphics have my livery on, like my colours. Oh my, this might be a hot minute case. I think what would be another good circuit to go and try that like wet to dry format that I was doing. While we're waiting, if you haven't caught it already, on my old YouTube, which Nightbot has just posted about anyway. That's the current stream. Avoid that one because that's just me crashing or getting crashed. There's a cinematic too, and oh, good old iRacing. Beautiful. Yeah, I think iRacing just said no, you don't. No. There you go. So it's got its own soundtrack and stuff, but there's a whole cinematic up there that I've just made from Le Mans Ultimate, which I'm really happy with. Oh wait, I've just put it right behind me, haven't I? It's like less than a minute long, but yeah, if you haven't seen it and you want to, I would highly recommend. Just trying to show what the cameras can do. Give it a bit of love and a bit of editing. I don't know what to do with downforce. It's raining. I'm going to try high downforce. I can't imagine any other way right now. Okay. Here goes something. View feels a little bit weird in this car. We need to correct it a little bit. How is anyone going to survive this? All tires on that prototype, I'm guessing. The hypercar, I mean. Here goes nothing. We can use our lessons from Spa to avoid certain patches of track. These feel surprisingly solid. Thought this would be a lot edgier. I need to full screen my app. There's so much more grip here than I expected. Uh-oh. A lot of painted lines to avoid. Well, I guess it's this way somewhere, right? Yeah, somewhere there. Wow, now. Spraying the mirror tricks me into thinking there's a car there sometimes. Oh, I ain't coming back from that. Is that how long it's been now? I do remember doing that. Because that was in this LMP2. That was with the QRT crew-ish. I remember it because it started and ended at a very awkward time for me, because it starts very early in the day and ends very early the next day. Whereas a 24-hour that starts late and ends late, there would have been much more.
Do you have to change tires or something? This is crazy. Yeah. You can start on the dry tires.
This guy's still on dry tires. Oh wow. Yeah, I remember being a bit knocked out after that event. Oh wow. That was crazy lack of grip. Really? Yeah, that was kind of fun, but I realized there's a limit to how much I would really do the long events. I would need some real motivation to put myself through. as a semi-competitive driver as well. I do like the atmosphere of those events. It's quite a cool feeling at the start of the day knowing your day is kind of going to be, you know, focused on one event. That's pretty nice. And I'm the kind of person that, like, UK time, I could stay up till about 5 in the morning and do this before I really started to, like, want to knock out. Maybe 4. Well, I'm not a bad team member for some, because then people who want to get up early in the morning, my time, can get those stints, and I can spare them like the 3-4 a.m. shift. Oh, I didn't know he was there like at that speed. There's no easy way of judging that.
Radio check.
Yep. He's very chatty today. This isn't as much of a crap show as I thought it would be. I think in race form it's going to be a crap show. Just wondering whether to have a go at it. I want to set 1 lap. I think my gearing is wrong. Actually, I don't know if I can change that.
Oh my god, what a friend.
What is it, a 15-minute race? It's going to be like 5 laps. Maybe 4. What the fuck? What was that dust cloud? Dust cloud. What was that rain cloud? I was so busy trying to work that out
Welcome to the parking lot.
that I actually drove straight off the track. I was so confused. I think that was just a car sat spinning its wheels, maybe? I tried to like park it in that gap. Hey Wizark, great to see you. What's going on? How are you? Don't say it's true. Better believe it. It cannot be. iRacing, correct. I don't know whether to have a go at this or not. This could be quite funny. Oh, I just missed. When's Oh yeah, exactly. I just want to look at when the next one of these is and then decide. So it's week 13, but the rain is here in terms of the system and the series that it applies to. So it's beyond the beta by now, but we are on week 13, so the race combos are a little bit like weird and wonderful. So this is a joke race in that sense, like full wet at Le Mans. They wouldn't do this in a ranked series. Yeah, annoyingly, I just missed one. Hopefully there's one every like half an hour.
It's almost too slippery, this one. Oh, fuck.
People seem to be enjoying it though. Nothing's working on my iRacing. I, I don't know whether I can't see a menu. This is a little frustrating. I'm trying to withdraw, nothing happening. Don't tell me they've stopped you being able to do that. That's kind of... Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Yeah, that seemed to really mess up my... Hello? What am I doing wrong? It's like I can't see the pop-up or something. Or is this just like a bug? If anyone else is... Like a lag or something's not happening. I just want to know when the race is on that. It would be quite a funny one to entertain. It's unranked, so it's kind of harmless. I feel like every week they should have one unranked full wet combo. Like they should just have one funny forecast each week for people to go and or whatever. What's the one I'm in? Wet and Wild. Sorry, one of those each week, just so people can go and like stress test rain. Ah, there's not one for another hour now. Never mind. Never mind. We'll go do something else then. Bit of a bummer. We missed the opportune moment. Right. I'm just gonna see if there's another combo I want to try in the rain. You can filter by rain enabled. I could try like the P2 with some GT traffic in there, maybe. Porsche 963? Do I have? No, I don't have that. I have the BMW hybrid. I select the P2. Maybe something that's not Spa. What would be a good wet weather test destination? I've got some good conditions going. That Magny-Cours. Something that's kind of fun if there's traffic. That panorama is a bit brutal. Road America in the rain? Silverstone in the rain, maybe? That'd be cool. Get like some English English weather and English soil. Short parade lap. Why can I not? I don't understand. So I've got rain into sun, which happens during practice. That's perfect. And then 2 times multiplier. I need the AI, right. Can I add another class? I'm going to take the edge off the skill because I was definitely getting left for dust by the top 10. How do I... I don't understand how to clear this car selection. New opponent roster. Use car classes. Add a class. Aura. Well, that's clever. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, there's a bunch of Dolaras. And then some Ferrari GT3s. Have 15. Hello? Did that work? Oh, new class. My bad. I don't fully understand how this system works. 15 of them. Is it just working and I can't see it, or is it not working? Oh. Oh god, have I put 2 sets on? I have. Oh no. Remove. Alright. Do it one more time. It just graphically doesn't make it obvious. There we go. Alright. Roster name. Save. MP for okay. Good. How do I LMP Ferrari? Okay. Let's see if that worked. I have no idea. No idea. 75 to 88%. Silverstone. Let's have a look. So it's loaded some Ferraris and some LMPs. Nice. I don't understand why they're still so variable. There's like a 3% driver there. The last thing it needs, I can honestly wait for week 1 bad weather. I cannot wait for the amount of disruption that like gonna be like clip compilations galore. I mean, I caught a little bit of Dan Suzuki earlier driving, and he just drove in a straight line on a race start, and there were at least 5 cars like pirouetting in all directions. Like at least. My God, this screen really doesn't like me today. I think for non-online lobbies, it's a very cool addition. Though. I'm just going to stick a high downforce on again with wets, because that seems to make it the most drivable. I think where it will be good is in community races and stuff, where you know, when you're like dealing with a bunch of drivers who are doing their best, you know, look after each other. There's the 50-50 weather right there. Now surely, as this is a flatter track, you'd expect it to be very different to how Spa evolves, but not really much elevation here. There's a straight line right there. Very, very hard to predict first time around. I'm still really surprised how much these cars feel glued compared to what I was driving before. Honestly, this is my first streamed iRacing session forever. I've done the odd bit of iRacing, but yeah, I've been equally out of touch. I think the weather gives a likelihood of rain. So if there's a series and a track that will not have rain, it very clearly says none. But I think there'll also be, hopefully the way they do it is it's just given a general forecast. But hopefully not so much information that you can plan your race too much that you have to adapt, fingers crossed. But I feel like with that level of grip is the only thing that was going to happen there. But how random each race is will be really interesting. I hope each race, the forecast is very slightly different. You never quite get... Oh, don't do that. You never quite get the same race twice. If it feels like you get the same weather pattern over a week, people will just... I don't want it to be rinse and repeatable, basically. Because I think if it is, people will just then either specialize in it or abandon it altogether. I'm still a bit shocked. How this car feels in there. Not to say it's not dangerous, but in the Ferrari it was much looser and you could like almost slide your way around to find the grip. This is very different. Understeer still there, but I don't want to get too close to that. Yeah, I'm quite limited on content, so I'll be in the same boat as you, really. You would hope there's going to be a mix of wet and dry running, so then you can chance it a bit. If it's the same weather setup each race, I don't know. I wonder if it'll be like high chance of rain for most races rain, but not everyone is a guarantee. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to play that. Well, I've got a new front end. Go get. So not being able to see through the spray has its limitations. So the one missing thing is the rain light doesn't push through the spray, which is what it's designed for. So like then I didn't really know at what point like that car slowed down very actually these guys I think these guys are on slicks. I noticed this earlier. Gosh. God damn it. Huh? What is this replay? Oh, there we go. I think these guys come out on slicks and then have to box again, which is really strange. Yeah, the rain light is the biggest gap right now. So you can see it here. But from this point of view, it's no more illuminated. Apparently it's just a really difficult problem to fix now that they know it's there. We're gonna need it though, because oh my god, there's no spray suddenly. Huh. Look at that. Rewind, no spray. Huh. Doesn't work in reverse. That's interesting. Because yeah, I would brake somewhere between now and 150, right? Oh my goodness, that car ain't moving. Like, wow. It's going to be a beast to work out. So I don't think I would, yeah, so what I haven't worked out yet is whether the spray dissolves and gets thinner as the moisture like dries up. I think it should. Whether they've applied that yet, I really don't know. I'm going to see how this feels gridded up. I think I'm going to run very short today. I don't want to spend too long on this. I will have a quick check at what the Le Mans Ultimate Weekly is, but haven't decided on that. Just see how race grid feels. I think multi-class in the rain is a terrifying prospect without working rain lights. You have to tread so lightly. Yeah, I mean, the most impressive thing I've seen so far is watching the dry line appear. And it seems accurate to where the traffic is. Yeah, look how illuminated the track is and stuff. But somehow the spray doesn't quite, like, catch that light. Okay, visibility check. 0. Now, some of that is very true to life, don't get me wrong. But it's going to be very interesting when you're actually dealing with other races. AI seems pretty unfazed. Chilling. Watch the curbs. Yeah, so you'll get zero grip on the racing line if the racing line is already there, like rubbered in. Pretty good. Do you have to outside line a lot of corners? Oh my god, change gear, dude. What was I thinking? No fear. The thing is, the AI doesn't have to rely on seeing. You know, it's kind of a bit more telepathic. It is, I guess, telling in these conditions. I've heard it's around 10 or so. Holy braking. Look at this guy go. I've heard it's not as bad as you'd think. I mean, I'm running at a cap of just over 60 because my monitor is not worth it on my monitor. And I haven't dipped below about 55 very often. I think I've liked the most is that you can actually get sliding and it doesn't feel like game over. The biggest game over moment is if you understeer onto paint and grass. There's not much coming back from that. Ah. Actually struggling to see the curbs in the bright areas. These guys are just killing me right now. Oh my word. How do the pros do this, man? I think there will be a lot of a lot of kickback on the way people drive. It's a very cool system, but the slowdowns just spoiled everything. Alright, let's do one more race start because there's at the pace of this AI, there's no way I'm just gonna lap and catch them up. Do one more test run. I feel exactly how I thought I'd feel about it. It's really interesting as a discipline. It's good teaching for driving in the rain. But I'm curious once it settles into the season, like how big a feature it's gonna feel like. I'm not sure. It's gonna be an inconvenience. Well, as you know, once the like shine of it. So I think you'll get a split of people who are very good at it and continue to seek out the wet weather stuff. And then a majority of people who probably avoid it because it's highly inconvenient to have to relearn every track and car. I like the challenge. But it's going to take a long time to understand every circuit in developing weather. A long time. Like, you need some commitment for that. And it's very good for online content too. Like, you're gonna get some very spicy outcomes from it. I mean, look at this. Or more like, look at nothing. There is a way through. I would say this puts like the fun level up to a bit like what Le Mans Ultimate feels like at the moment, where we murdered him. Yeah, or yeah, you'll find they're selectively avoiding a lot of rain. Wow, I'm getting pushed. Pushed. You can drive around the outside. There's so much more grip out there. I don't know how I roll with it in LMPs yet. I think you need insane amounts of commitment in these cars, and I don't quite I was actually enjoying the GTs more. You see how that AI just knew where the braking point was? Like, visibility wasn't a problem. For me, I was like imminent death. Well, I think there's one thing missing for single player. It's like that caution of having no visibility, but I can't really program that. I bet. Makes for useful training, I guess, because the AI is going to show you where to brake in a rough margin. Yeah, I dread setups. So to be honest, for rain events, I'll be looking for hopefully fixed. So everyone's just fighting with the same equipment. I'm still dry lining here, which is really slow. Such a habit. I found it easier at Spa to think about the wet line. This track being high speed and in a high downforce car is like, it's just guesswork until you understand it. I think it'll be at its most fun in non-ranked context. Community races, open lobbies. I can't imagine how difficult a ranked race is going to be here. Black flag, black flag. Yeah, I think it's cool, but I don't know whether I'm hardcore enough to master every wet line and drying line and stuff on every track. Oh my god. I think I enjoy it for like the spectacle and bit of a solo driver challenge. I don't think adding AI and trying to race them is that satisfying because unless you've mastered the conditions. you're kind of gonna get your ass handed to you. I think no, it will be enabled, but whether they use it much, I know what you mean. I think one series will. I think one series will try it. Maybe like I mean, they might throw it into like the Ferraris or something. I could see that being based off. Hey, Dane, welcome back. Based off my trials today, the Ferrari was the most fun car to explore the rain in. They'd be very brave to put it into a multi-class. I do think one unranked rain only, or maybe one ranked rain only, would be really positive. Because then you can go in paired. I mean, have a look at this. This shows you like the... Oh. Hey, we got a good drift though. How about that? That's a good view here. So, I'm, for context, blind here. Can't see anything. So I'm taking it easy. AI is just like a bullet. Like, it's like, I know exactly where to stop here. So, you're going to need a lot of know-how to drive a track like this in the spray. Bit of a beast. Very impressive physics and feel to it, though. Like, it is fun. I think it will shine in endurance when, over a 12-hour period, there could be 3 hours of rain, and then it get dry again. Yeah. Because it's very hard to gather a field back up without changeable weather and the risk of going off being higher. That's going to be crazy skill though. Imagine the practice it takes. Like, wild amount of practice to handle. Right. That's actually down to conditions, I think. That's a good point. I think at this point it has stopped raining. It's just wet track. If I show you practice, you see there we get like... At this point I've got it so the weather is like raining but drying up. You do get that. But you're right, it looks strange when it's like... At times it's almost like the track from cameras wise doesn't quite look like it's fully wet. Yeah, you get a bit more of it in these conditions. I hand on heart would much rather drive a GT car than an LMP though. The learning of LMP in the rain will be to really know how to push it like crazy. All the while being on that like fine edge of like, this could be a massive crash instantly. That is outside. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like rewiring your brain to understand where the grip is. Yeah, iRacing requires quite a substantial amount of like content before you've really got enough to piece together a season. I've got 3 months, well, I've now probably got 2 months left in iRacing. And I, honest to God, I can't afford... Oh, yeah, we'll try a 360. Yeah, all right. Wonder if that's doable in these cars. Where's my traction control? Right, that's the lowest. Is that the right way to go? Yeah, if you really want to get the most out of iRacing, you want a couple of $100 worth of content. It's not necessary. You can go Mazda Racing and stuff and just pay the subscription, but you're going to want more than that probably if you're going for it. Lots of good free content, but I don't know how to... I don't know how to 360 without a handbrake. I've lost my wheel. I would love sound. I would love a sound shift. The way to do a 360 would actually be to drive over a curb. Nah. I need a different car. This thing has incredible grip. Even when you... The audio in, say, Le Mans Ultimate, which we've been playing a lot, has been really good. Yeah, that was unsuccessful at best. Don't worry, it's just AI. I'm beating up here. Alright. Wait, it shouldn't be ads. Really? How cheeky is that? I turned them off. That's a bit weird if I turn ads off and people are getting them. I strongly dislike that. I've got ads off. That's really unsettling. Sorry about that. I turned them off today. Maybe it takes Twitch a while to change. Sorry about that. Welcome back anyway. Right. Yeah, I think in a GT a 360 is well and truly doable. I am just going to check something. I want to see if there's any of this worth racing today. I think I'm going to be killing tonight, but I'm just curious. Oh, I wish you wouldn't do that. Oh no, it's on the wrong screen because... Hang on. Hang on, I can fix this. Watch me break the stream. Yeah, I've broken it now. Brilliant. The last time I tried GT7, I played it casually on a pad for fun. Not long ago, just for a bit of fun. It was during last year. I started trying to get... I did a couple of streams in it. Ooh. Sorry, guys. My whole desktop is... I'm in a moment. Hold up a sec. I know why. Yeah, that should be fixed. Right, now we open it again and we're good. Typically, I just turned off my PlayStation subscription, just money-wise. I need to be a bit careful at the moment with like where I'm throwing it. So I do love the graphics. I think that's my favorite thing. I still look at Gran Turismo and think, wow. I saw their races are getting a bit more fleshed out, which is good. I'm just seeing what the main events are today. I'm not a fan of the short races this week. Oh. The next weekly race is on Friday. That answers that. That's a multi-class at Bahrain. That could be good. That could be good. There you go. That's question answered. There's no special event yet. I think this multi-class race is probably the best one. One starts in 1 minute. Almost tempted, but I'm going to save my next racing to my next stream. That was just a quick test run in the iRacing world. I wanted to know how it felt. It's a lot of fun solo. It's quite fun to do with AI. Curious whether it's gonna be popular in ranked stuff. Yeah, I think iRacing's about to go through its phase of like modernizing, seeing as this first step has just happened. Because you are like talking about a game that's so old now, it built off so many old assets, and you know, the dev timeline on that is wild. But I see no excuse why they can't evolve it. But yeah, Gran Turismo, you can tell it's made by people who love like camera work, the atmosphere, love of racing. I think it's such a great game to play. Um, I don't see myself going back to the online mode in a hurry, especially not with my account now. But I had such a good time on GT Sport that I never really got that spirit back for GT7. You got it in VR, Mr. Flynn, for that? That sounds awesome. I bet that's quite smooth. And the player base and the penalty system are a little bit behind. You know, you're going to get more casual racers who are just out there to, you know, throw their car around and see what happens. So I guess I lost a little bit of patience with that. You're still crashing every sim, don't get me wrong. You can't avoid it. Right, short and sweet. Nice to have you along today. Sorry I'm not sticking around long, but well, that was all I wanted to do, was just get a little bit of time on track. I'm not addicted to the rain physics stuff, but I think it's a bit more interesting than just rinse repeat dry races, and it could make for some cool long distance races for people. So yeah, GT7 will always have it must work for its core player base, and I think the online player base is a very small percentage of that. But yeah, the better lobbies are worth it for safety wise, like any sim. Same with Mon as well. But like I said, I played GT Sport to death on stream. That's how I got my stream started. And moving off of GT was one of the probably trickiest things I did for the stream, because a lot of people watched from Gran Turismo. But yeah, if they developed an online system from back then to now that was like outstanding, then I think it would still be probably my favorite game to pick up and drive. Honestly, it's so good. But I do think this Le Mans Ultimate stuff is about as high on like the fun level for lobbies. You get a clean race though, so that's why I've been enjoying that so much. Yeah, I think I think you'll see the odd iRacing bit from me, but I don't know at the minute if I am fully like, you know, thumbs up, loving it, want to do it every day. Not sure about that. I think it will have its moments, it will have its time. But when the season settles in, I think that will be a true test of whether it's, you know, once or twice a week we go iRacing or just get our fill out of other competitive lobbies. Oh, the physics in ACC. Sorry, I should switch to cam or something. I'm not doing anything. Have AC on your PS5. AC is still incredible, and on the PC it gets even better because of all the mods. Mods like add levels of detail to it. ACC is better on PC, more developed than it is on console. It's always like a phase behind. I used to like the handling because that was the second game I streamed every day, and I got really into it. But then the different physics updates started to lose me, and up to a point where I could no longer really understand physics well, and I never went back after that. Because it has improved, but yeah, I'm not sure how the player base is, to be honest. I think you either like it or you don't. Because some people are very quick in ACC and they love it. I love a lot of things about the game. I learned to sim race the most on that sim. But then there was a whole year where the game was relatively undrivable for me. I just didn't feel good behind the wheel in it. Tried, but I just couldn't get it. And then the physics updated again more recently and they got better. But by then I'd looked at iRacing. I'm looking at Le Mans now. I think a bit of a healthy mix is good. But say if you really like the feel of Gran Turismo, it's unlikely you'll love ACC Flip 2. You probably would dedicate to ACC. Gonna do that. Because they did put a proper single player mode in it. That wasn't bad. I think the Le Mans Ultimate game could have a really fun single player. With the right AI level and a bit of a progression thing. No idea if it's on the cards. Like, I'm not saying, oh, they should do that, but I just think it would be fun if it happened. Yeah. Pretty cool. We got the chat. Hold up a minute. That's what I'm looking for. Now you're back on the stream. Now everyone can see who I'm talking to and at. Whatever. I would say, honestly, at this point, as someone who loved ACC, it's probably not the right time to start getting into it. I would say current AC is always going to be like a certain like fan base and quality to it. And then when they do the new AC the number two version of that will probably be worth a look. I'm enjoying doing the streams, honestly. The only stream I didn't enjoy was yesterday's one because I just couldn't put a race together, which just frustrates the hell out of me afterwards, you know, like I just want to do the racing and compete and have fun. But we did make up for it at the very end with like a battle. It was a battle for last, but it was a battle. Um, but yeah, honestly, I think just driving the thing you're enjoying the most is much more satisfying than trying to drive everything. Um, this wet weather iRacing is probably the most fun I've had with the physics and the feel. I really like it in the GT car, but I'm not going to be rushing to online race in the wet. I can't feel that yet. It'd be curious to go back to Le Mans Ultimate and see how wet weather feels now. Because I bet you iRacing's just moved the bar up really high. And I'm going to be driving thinking I'm doing the right thing, and I'm going to be like, why isn't the grip right? So, yeah, AC strangled itself with content wise. Hence the mod community on PC just like changed it. You remember the handling when GT7 came out in the first couple of weeks and everyone complained about it? I actually loved it. It wasn't quite perfect, but it put a lot more edge into the handling. You had to be more careful, and anyone who was like hard right foot was struggling and therefore complaining. And I don't think it worked very well for controller initially. So a lot of the player base were a bit like it was quite negative, but I actually really enjoyed that. I might have stayed with Gran Turismo longer if that had been developed more. But they just pretty much took it out, and then a week later it was like, oh, it's like playing GT Sport again. Like we've gone back to that. Yeah, it was a very short time. I got it on release. It made me go for the PS5. I was so into the idea. Um, Also, sadly, they hadn't given any love to online lobbies for a long time. They were worse than GT Sport, and GT Sport had its issues. And as soon as I realized they'd done that, I kind of phased out. I knew it would come back, and it did, but by then I was driving other stuff. I was back on PC driving. Like I say, iRacing happened. And once you do that, you're not going to flip flop. People who can flip between, like, impressive, really impressive. I'm not so good at that. I like to get zoned in. Like the minute I'm mostly zoned in I'm on LMP stuff. Yeah, that was quite a sad day because that's how I met everybody I know through the stream and through driving. Yeah. I still have hundreds of PSN friends that all came, or I'm like, I don't remember when we all got friended, but uh, just from Gran Turismo community. It's insane. If GT7 had this leveled up online mode, I think you might have still seen me play it. And I know it's got better, but for me, it's been way too long now. Um, I'm kind of happy to park Gran Turismo as like a couch game for me, and maybe drive it with a pad and see if I can get. I can still drive fast with a pad. It's just not as not quite as satisfying as being in the chair with a wheel. Yeah, the money system changed quite a lot too, because again, the player base was pretty unhappy at how much grinding and repetition was needed for certain cars. It's very hard. It's very, very hard on a controller. I can do it, but it's difficult. I actually like it though. It's kind of drivable. You just don't have anywhere near as much like can't see my wheel, but like if you were correcting a lot, you can't do that so easily on controller. But like I say, if you're just sat on the couch, it's nice. You can still have a bit of a race. I'm just gonna have to play it single player entirely now. I won't be doing like sport mode stuff. At least for now, anyway. I'm suddenly like, if I'm suddenly in a place where I feel like I've got a shitload of disposable money and I want to go back online with it, I will. But that's not the case yet. In GT, you have to really crank up the sensitivity as well. Yeah, the console ACC never kept the player base because I think it was just always plagued by the translation. I remember moving up to PC ACC and it was just world changing in comparison. But there was a lot of good stuff to get from ACC. And it's the first, that's where all the daily races, LFM came out of. Yeah, it was really good. A lot of people got behind that sim, for sure. And I did. I was fully invested in it. It just felt very alien to me when they did like a major physics change. And then it became about setups, and then people learned how to warp the setups to get more grip. And then suddenly it's like, I don't know if I'm racing humans anymore or I'm racing people with balked setups who are talented drivers but are basically exploiting everything in the game. Then it was like, nah, I don't want to pick that fight. I like the hood cam. I just wish they would let you put the mirror on. You kind of need your mirror for, well, I do. I don't trust the, bit like I got yesterday in Le Mans, for people who don't want to wait. A streamer called Tidgeny on YouTube, he uses that, like famously, always uses that, and he's very, very good with it. Really good. Because it is better, to be honest, than in-car stuff. And that was another thing that let me down. If GT7 had proper cockpit moving tools, I might have stayed with it longer. Because you need the cockpit when you're using a wheel, unless you're able to drive a hood cam. Yeah, it's such a simple tool. Such a simple tool. They probably do it to save frames and make the game look smoother all round, but meh. Ah, I didn't notice that. Yeah. I raced Super GT once. In GT4. And I had a really bad corner exit. And he drove up the hill past me at Laguna Seca, and he just said, Frank Lucid going quite slowly here. And I was like, there's my claim to fame. In fact, I should name every stream going quite slowly here. I think maybe that's, a missed opportunity for. I mean, it's the I've got the sound clipped for Donos, like it's on the stream. Yeah, I should just start. I mean, it's quite accurate most of the time. It's very aesthetic. It like that view in Gran Turismo. It puts the car there. It looks very nice. Like they've done a really nice job of it, and it does absolutely nothing for your like ability to drive it. You're just limiting yourself using it. That's why I never see anyone. Ay, ay, ay. All right, I'm gonna go get some dinner. Nice chatting between you on both YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for hanging around just for a chat. I think I'm more in that mood, to be honest, than too much track time. I will. If I do more Le Mans this week, I'll do that Monza combo. Oh, it didn't show up. Hang on. I can fix. Wait. That should have shown. I didn't see it. You can try one more in a second. That actually should have worked. Wait. Yeah, it should have worked. Go on, I'll give you time for one more. And then I'm gonna send it. You enjoy your evening too. Thanks, Mr. Flynn. Good chatting to you as well, Great Dane. Thanks, Wizard, as well. Hashing out some of the rain stuff. Oh, 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 is it going to work? Or is it still on? It might be on cooldown. Wow, I think it's on cooldown. Give it another 10 seconds, maybe. Oh my god, you broke it. Wavy's fault. I've got it. I can see it. It's called Plum Throw. Oh. Where is it? Oh, no. Let me go back to my racing scene. What's different? Yeah, Wavy. I'm gonna re-add it to the scene. All right. Hold up. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Oh, okay. See? Okay, it's too. I've re-added it to the scene, and wait. Did you? It's fixed. Did you see one? You can try it now. I think I got. I think I got it doubled. What the fuck? That was bad. I need to change the cooldown a bit. I think it's too long. I feel like I got two. I think you both got through there. I don't get long to dodge either. Like once I see where it is, it's probably gonna hit me. You're like, you're saying I got a big head. Yeah, 30 seconds. I guess it's so that noise doesn't just fill my stream, but I should probably chill it out a little. It should be a personal cooldown. So 2 people do it together, 2 get thrown. Just don't know if it'll break it. Yeah, it's still. Get my dodge ready. Here we go. One last throw. See, I dodged the wrong way because I've got a mirrored view. I nearly like stuck my head into it. Alright, you're not good enough. Alright. Throw better next time. Yeah, I'm gonna fix. Ah, man. Another streamer fix, but I'll do it. Spend more time fixing. Right. Gonna drop the YouTube feed. Thanks for watching over there. Much appreciated.